Hi all, this is Sam and welcome to your own Mostly Basics. I'm currently on Social Security and how everybody treats us pushed me to start this channel to share all news updates and show you all the true face of elected officials without any fluff. So many officials told us so many things at the time of voting about Social Security increases, Social Security stimulus checks, but nothing seems to be happening now. Yes, we might get 5.9% COLA increase, but Medicare premium and inflation is going to take more from us next year. So still no relief. I'm not going to talk stupid on my channel and I'm not going to take any sides, left or right. My aim is to show you all the real news, with true video footages of our voted representatives about what they are saying about future stimulus packages, economy, inflation, food stamps, stock market, housing market, and Social Security raise and adjustments. If you want to be heard, please do share your thoughts on each video by commenting below. I need all your support to make this channel for all of us who are on Social Security and others who are living paycheck to paycheck. So, if you want to hear true news, not daily talk shows with no relevant information, share this video and your channel and please subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on real news. So, now to today's video topic. This specific update will focus on what Republicans are saying about Biden's stimulus spending bill. About future stimulus packages, economy, inflation, food stamps, stock market, housing market, and Social Security raise and adjustments. If you want to be heard, please do share your thoughts on each video by commenting below. I need all your support to make this channel for all of us who are on Social Security and others who are living paycheck to paycheck. So, if you want to hear true news, not daily talk shows with no relevant information, share this video and your channel and please subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on real news. So, now to today's video topic. This specific update will focus on what Republicans are saying about Biden's stimulus spending bill.
No, there isn't one policy they've done that's been any good for the country this year. And of course, the biggest thing right now is inflation. You know, you want to buy a home, it's going to cost more. You want to rent an apartment, it's going to cost more. To put food on the table, it costs more. To put gas in your car, it costs more. And of course, Thanksgiving turkey and now Christmas presents all cost more. We're at a 31-year high in inflation. And they can say what they want, but the American people understand it for what it is. So what was it, like 4 weeks ago, Joe Biden said now, if we pass his, quote, Build Back Better plan, another $2 trillion in spending, somehow that's going to help inflation. There is not a rational, sane person on the planet who believes that. So, yeah, their policies have been bad across the board. And it seems to me it's intentional because they just keep making things worse, whether it's the border, whether it's inflation, you name it. That's the situation. So I think the American people fully understand it.
Well, you bring up a good point. It's intentional. I mean, at least with energy costs, I do think it's intentional, Congressman.
Yeah. No, it sure is. Remember, 3 weeks ago in committee, Ro Khanna, a Democrat member of Congress, we have the CEOs of the oil and gas companies in there, and Ro Khanna was badgering the witnesses saying, will you pledge today? Will you promise to decrease production? And I'm like, the same time you're trying to get American companies to decrease production, you got the President of the United States begging OPEC to increase production. I asked him in the hearing, I said, what do you guys want, $8 gasoline? And the truth is they do. They're this committed to their crazy Green New Deal policies. They actually want to harm American families. And I hate to say that because you wouldn't think guys in elective office would really want to do that to their constituents and to our country. But in fact, they do. The border has to be intentional. 1.7 million illegal crossings this year. What they're doing to the price of goods and services has to be intentional with their crazy spending. And now they're going to make it even worse by putting tax increases, if they pass this plan, putting tax increases on the very people who've been busting their tail trying to help their family over the last several months.
Yeah. You know, Congressman, President Trump in his message yesterday said good times are ahead, essentially, kind of alluding to maybe running in 2024. But first we have 2022, we have the midterms coming up, and the tea leaves say you guys are in a good place to take back the House at least. I know the Democrats in the House haven't quite been a rubber stamp for these big spending bills, but they've passed them. What is going to be top of list for Republicans in the House with President Biden, you know, still in office, but you guys taking the House and having a chance to have an effect?
Doing investigations. I mean, we have to get to the bottom of the fact that the Justice Department of the United States is actually treating parents as domestic terrorists, has the FBI Counterterrorism Division send out an email to FBI agents around the country. The whistleblower came forward and gave us this information. We got to get to the bottom of that. And frankly, we got to stop that. The idea that they're doing that to moms and dads who are simply going to school board meetings, speaking up and defending their kids and saying they don't want this racist, hate America curriculum taught to their children. So doing the investigations there, how did the IRS release thousands of Americans' tax returns? So there's all kinds of things we have to get to the bottom of. I do think we're going to take back the House, and if we do, we have to do those investigations, and I do think President Trump is going to run again. I hope he does. I would bet the farm that he's going to do it, and I think when he does, he's going to win. And no one did, talking about the title of our book, no one did more of what he said he would do than President Trump. That's why we need him back in the White House.
So let's talk. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
So let's talk about the agenda, because you got Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey confident. He said that the Senate will deliver the Build Back Better bill to Biden's desk before Christmas. Now, it already passed the House. No Republican voted for that bill. It'll make its way to the Senate. Based on the procedure, they still need Sinema. They still need Manchin to vote for this bill, so we know they're going to water it down. Then it's going to make its way back to the House for another vote. So the question I have for you, Congressman, is will there be any member from your party in the GOP that votes for this bill like they did doing infrastructure?
No, there won't. I don't think there'll be any Republican in the Senate or the House vote for this crazy piece of legislation. And frankly, Lawrence, let's hope Senator Sinema and Senator Manchin hold firm and they don't allow this thing to pass, because we know it's going to exacerbate the inflation problem we talked about. We know, I mean, it's part of the Democrats' crazy economic plan. Their economic plan has basically been lock down the economy, spend like crazy, pay people not to work. And now for everyone who has been working, they're getting ready to raise your taxes. Such a deal. So let's hope this thing doesn't pass, because it'll make matters worse. And right now the country gets it. 71% of the country thinks we're on the wrong track. In my time in politics, I don't know if I've ever seen wrong track numbers that high. I mean, frankly, the real question is, who are the 29% who think we're on the right track? So let's hope it doesn't pass, and no Republican's going to vote for this crazy bill.
Their votes for the infrastructure bill was based on direct promises from the president, as well as direct promises from more conservative Democrat holdouts and from House leadership as well. So if those promises don't follow through, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get votes on anything moving forward. Steve, I mean, that sounds like a threat. We've kind of seen it before. Is it going to work? Or do you think Manchin and Sinema are going to save the day, if you will?
Well, if Manchin and Sinema are not welcome in the Democratic Party, I'm sure the Republicans will take them. Look, I think there's not just a civil war within the Democratic Party. I mean, this is a war between the two parties right now. I've never seen anything quite like it. That bill that passed in the House, which I think was one of the most atrocious bills I've seen in the 35 years I've been in Washington in terms of its damage that it will do to our economy and our small businesses. That bill passed without one single Republican vote, and that's not the way this is supposed to be done. I think the last thing that this country needs right now is another $3 to $4 trillion debt bill and tax bill that I think will disable the economy. So I hope Sinema and I hope Joe Manchin, I know are watching this show, stand firm against this bill.
And Austin, I'm sure that you believe $3 trillion would help the economy at the moment. You, I presume, are supportive of that. But again, this civil war, that's getting in the middle of it.